Well, Adrian, a great guest. We've known Chris for a long time. Wonderful personal story on how he deals with his personal anxiety in his business, with his family, with his friends. I'm interested. What were some of the key takeaways that you came away with
We
today?
could spend as much time or more debriefing because there were so many notes I took. First off, from a corporate perspective, if you're not doing this, I love what he says. He talks to HR leaders around the world every day. It's table stakes now. People are coming to work for you, expecting you to help support their mental health, not just the apps and the EAPs and this, that, and the other, but to actually give a darn as a leader. Are you creating an environment where people feel safe to talk about things?
Yeah. And realize that so many people are struggling with the same thing. He said, look, I struggled with it for 10 years, hid it from everybody. And then when he finally talked about it, people came up and said, I'm struggling with the same thing. So my first takeaway in our conversation was talk about it.
Yeah.
Find people that you trust and talk about it.
So many good, and you ask at the end too, give me the three, but he gave us six that I wrote down at the beginning, really good things that he has learned to do. So he's very introspective. Like, for example, I have to build in breaks. I know that I can't keep working until things build. And I see that with burnout. I mean, when burnout really hits you, sometimes it can take you a year to get back to where you were. Don't let that happen. That was his first. Really powerful.
Yeah, I liked his practice at the end of the day, writing down all the things that he's anxious about and getting it
That's
out and
great.
put it out in the universe so that he doesn't think about it all night and it interrupts his sleep, which he said is one of his key three, right? Eat well, exercise, and sleep. And then he went a step further that I really appreciated when he said, and I've got people around me, and I tell them, if you see me sleeping, call me out on it. Let me get back on schedule, whether it's his partner, Shane Kemp, or his wife, Natasha.
Yeah.
That is really key, right? You invite people into the process.
Well, and I thought it really was. And he says, bring the right people in because, bless our moms or dads, or they may have grown up in a different generation. Don't expect them to play that role, and it's okay. Find people who will play that role. And I love what he said. These are uncomfortable conversations when you have to say, hey, Chess, you're looking like you're dragging. Is something going on? Are you eating? Are you exercising? Are you sleeping? It's okay, but you got to have people who'll do that to you.
Yeah. And he said one of my favorite things in creating that safe environment is let people know they're not alone, that you've got a friend in this, that you've got a manager, a coworker that cares about you. And when you feel that kind of support, that you're not alone, you have people to talk to, everything gets better really fast.
Yeah, with a role model, with storytelling of, you say this, we've all had anxiety. We've all had depression, different parts of our lives. Talk about it. Let people know this is okay. I've gone through tough things too. And so, just amazing. So what an amazing podcast. What an amazing guest. Chris Rainey coming back for the second time. We don't have many people back 2 times, but Chris deserved it. And when I think of role models, do you know who I'm thinking of, Chess?
Well, Brent Klein.
Exactly.
Like, do I ever feel alone when Brent Klein is producing our podcast? No, I don't. And my anxiety levels go way down.
My other role model, Christy Lawrence, who helps us find amazing guests. And of course, all of you who listen in, you inspire us. If you like this podcast, please share it. Hey, pick up a copy if you haven't already of our book, Anxiety at Work. Yes, it is a bestseller. We don't really like to talk about that, but some people do. And we'd love you to visit thecultureworks.com for free resources to help you and your team thrive.
And we love speaking to audiences around the world, whether it's live, and that's always a lot of fun, or online. We do it with organizations literally from every industry in every continent around the world. Give us a call. We'd like to speak to you at your event. And again, as Adrian says, pick up a copy of our book. It's great. It's available in Audible. It's digital. It's available on lit video books. And of course, you can always get the paper version, which is my favorite version of the book. Well, Adrian, great guest, great information. Always fun to be with you. And as always, I leave you with the last word.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Until next week, we wish you the best of mental health.